everyone. Today we are going to start with the new chapter, that is concept of health and disease. I hope you guys might have gone through the previous lectures on history of community medicine and public health. This is the second chapter of Parks which we're starting today. Now the concept of health and disease. First of all, we need to define health, and we all know the famous definition of health by WHO, that is, health is a state of complete physical, mental and social well-being, and not merely an absence of disease or infirmity. In the previous times, we used to define health as just the absence of disease. Then later we revised this definition, and this was the definition. And now in recent times we have added some words to this definition, and this includes that health is not just complete physical, mental and social well-being and absence of disease. It also includes the ability of a person to lead socially and economically productive life. Now we've seen that this definition of health consists of the word well-being. So we need to understand the concept of well-being. So today's lecture basically pertains to understand the concept of well-being. Now there is no specific definition for this well-being, but certain psychologists, they mention that this well-being is basically comprising of two main components, that is the subjective component and the objective component. This objective well-being, it basically defines the well-being which is not influenced by personal opinions. And if we talk about the subjective component is basically our own personal opinion. That is how we are feeling. What are we feeling well? And it all basically pertains to the personal effect, the personal opinion. Now this objective component consists of two main terms which we need to understand, that is standard of living and level of living. And subjective component basically deals with the quality of life. Now we'll be discussing each of them in detail. We'll start with the objective component, the ones which are not influenced by the personal opinion. Now we'll start with the standard of living first. What is the standard of living? The standard of living is basically the refers to the usual scale of expenditure. That is the expenditure which we do on the goods we consume and the services we enjoy. So the standard of living basically is the usual scale of expenditure, the goods we consume and the services we enjoy. This is the general definition. WHO also gives a definition of standard of living. Let's see what's the definition of standard of living as per WHO. WHO defines standard of living as the living standard which comprises of the following components. That is, it depends upon income, it depends upon occupation, housing standards, sanitation and nutrition, level of provision of health, and education, recreation and other services. Many times the MCQ comes on which of the following are the components of standard of living and which of the following is not. So you need to remember each one of them. This standard of living is measured using per capita GNP. So per capita GNP is the measure of standard of living. It is also one of the important MCQ. Now next move towards our, this concludes our first standard of living part. The next is level of living, the objective component. Now we'll be discussing the level of living. This level of living is an objective component and includes 9 main components in it. 9. What are these 9 components? The important 9 components includes the 3 main ones. We say roti, kapda and makan. So it is food, housing, clothes, that is clothing. 3 main components are these, and other components are health, education, social security, recreational and leisure activities, occupation and working conditions, and human rights. So these are the factors which decide the level of living. The next part, we've covered the subject. We have covered the objective component. Now we'll start with the subjective component, that is the quality of life. Now, how do we measure this quality of life? The quality of life is a subjective component which basically is measured. The subjective component which measures level of well-being, and this quality of life is measured by various indexes, which includes PQLI, Human Development Index. This is Physical Quality of Life Index. This is Human Development Index, and HPI, that is Human Poverty Index. Then we have Gender Empowerment Measure and Gender Development Index. Gender Related Development Index. So these are the indices which measure quality of life. In the next lecture, we'll be seeing each one of them and how these are used to measure the quality of life. Thank you.